Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, my beauties. Yay, 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 yay. Celebrating each and every one of you tonight. Come on in and get yourself comfortable because this is the live tapping experience. And you are going to have an experience tonight. A very deep experience if you allow yourself to go there, because ultimately at the end of the day, it is your choice how deep you go with anything, how deep you fall in love, how deep you commit to something in your life, how deep you allow yourself to feel, how deep you allow yourself to commit to the things you want to create. It is ultimately your choice. And tonight I am inviting you into the depths. So thank you all for coming. If you want to keep your video on, we love you showing your beautiful faces. So nice to see you all here. Lulu, Melanie, Lamika, Amrita, Kate, beautiful. If you do want to share your video, we love that because we're going to be tapping, we're going to be processing emotion tonight. We're going to be talking about our feelings and we're going to be letting go of patterns that no longer serve us. And the reason why I always encourage people to share their video is because you get to be a demonstration of knowing that being vulnerable is a superpower. And so much of the time we have been shamed for feeling emotions growing up that it was wrong to feel. And we're here to just like crack that wide open and say, hey, you know what? We all feel emotions, every single human being on the planet. And so rather than being ashamed of our emotions, we get to celebrate them and we get to feel them deeply. And feeling them deeply so others can see gives them permission to clear out any shame around it as well. So if you feel like it, you can turn your camera on, you can turn it off at any point, you can turn it on again. It's totally up to you. I do love seeing your faces because I'm showing my face too. Through the session, at the end of the session, I'm also going to ask you all to turn your microphones on because we're going to do something very special at the end of the session. It's called laughter tapping. And that's going to be such a blast to hear hundreds of human beings all together laughing all at once. And we're going to have a really beautiful energy at the end. So that will be an opportunity to turn your microphone on as well. The way the night will work is we're going to do a visualization and then we're going to move into the tapping session itself. Many of you may be new to tapping. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. And if you want to go over and head over to the chat area, tell us where you're coming in from. Where in the world are you right now? Because I know many of you are all over the planet and I just love to see where everyone's coming in from. So let's see, Pennsylvania, Sydney, nice one, Amrita, Missouri. I love that we've got two sides of the planet tuning in. South Australia, Black River, ooh, some real Aussies here in the house. Awesome, Hawaii, Colorado, New York, Newcastle, Florida, Toronto, Montana, Florida, California. Beautiful, amazing. Queensland, Alberta, welcome from all around the planet. So tonight I'm going to share something with you, which I call the 3 C's of transformation. And if you are a coach already, or if you are the kind of person, which you probably are if you're showing up tonight, who just loves to help others, then these 3 C's of transformation are not only going to help you in your own personal transformation practice, it's going to help others if you want to practice it as well. So I'm going to show you the 3 C's to create long-lasting transformation to help others and yourself evolve through challenging times. And after we go over them, then we're going to experience them actually in the tapping session. So you get to feel it for yourself and see how the technique actually works for yourself as well. And this particular 3 C's came through to me recently. I'm in Mexico right now, and I was on a pretty deep dive with some of the indigenous grandmothers here. I had a week fasting and dancing under the moonlight with them and doing some sweat lodges and pushing my body to all sorts of extremes. And these 3 C's really came through around transformation. And then I started to apply them to tapping, and I was like, wow, this really does work. So I'm going to share that with you as well. You'll also get this PDF along with the replay video 48 hours after the session, so you can continue to look back on it, do the session again, or just read over the PDF. Okay, so I'm going to jump in and just share with you right now the 3 C's. Okay, here we go. So we want to create deep transformation in our life or in the people around our lives. So the first step is courage. If you do not have courage, then you're not going to get very far. And so many people are like, well, how do I get courage, right? Because courage is sometimes hard to find. And I read once that courage is to act even in the face of fear. And that is what we're doing with tapping. We're actually bringing love to our fears as they arise. And that does take courage. So if you decide to do tapping with someone or to guide someone through a session, you are going to ask them, even though they're afraid, that they're going to be courageous. And one of the things that I like to do with clients is I have a little courageous lying-in meditation, which it's always nice to open up a session with a meditation because it sets the field, it sets the intention, and also it just creates a ripple of what you're going to create in the actual session itself. So we're going to do a courageous lie-in meditation today, and you can feel free to use this at your will after the session. The second step to have massive transformation and to really create that lasting change is really bringing compassion in. It's the solvent to it all. The more that we resist our struggle, the more our struggle persists. And that is the ultimate truth. Like when we're fighting up against something, it fights back. When we can hold it in love, every part of that resistance, when we hold it there, that struggle will melt away. And that's when we can really step into our true authentic power. So tonight, I'm going to take you through a compassion exercise while tapping, and I'm going to ask you basically to play a movie in your mind of something that needs compassion, and we're going to do a higher self healing with that as well. So that's step 2 with compassion. And then step 3 is commitment. And this really is super important with any kind of transformational practice that you're going through. You really have to commit. If you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it's basically like being in a relationship, right? You're not going to get the full benefits unless you actually commit to it. So having those clear commitments with yourself or with anyone that you're guiding will create a deeper level of safety for the transformation process. So what you might do if you're giving a session to someone, or if you're guiding someone in a coaching session of any kind, it's always nice at the end of a session to get a commitment from your client, or if you're giving yourself a session, get a commitment from yourself. You can ask yourself what you're now ready to commit to. And after having a deep healing and a deep process, usually you're much more willing and ready to commit and create a soul commitment. So that's what we're going to do at the end of the tap tonight as well. We're going to get really clear on what we're going to commit to in our life, in our practice, and what we want to really create through our life. So they're basically the 3 steps: courage, compassion, and commitment. We're going to tap on these tonight, and we're going to have a powerful experience. And to get started, I'm going to ask you just to turn off any distractions right now. So if you've got a phone that you're obviously not on, you can turn it on to silent. You might want to grab a pen and paper, some tissues. You may even grab a little journal. If anything wants to come through during a session, you can write down some notes. And just get yourself settled, because what we're going to do to start with is we're going to open up with our lying-in meditation. And then we're going to move into the tapping session itself, okay? So let's take this moment just to ground yourself, get settled, and pop some music on for us all. Okay, beautiful. So we'll just close our eyes just for a moment, just to imagine ourselves coming deeply inside the central column into the middle of our body right now. Feel a line through that spine. Feel all of the energy of the day coming in towards you right now. And as you feel all of your energy from the day returning to you, any energy that was leaking out in the field, any energy from other people that you gave away, anything that you were in combat with, anything that you were struggling with, all that energy, any tasks, any to-dos, just feel that energy outside of you and feel it coming back into your field now. And we're going to just start the session with a lion's breath. And then we're going to go into a short meditation. So for the lion's breath, we're just going to stick out our tongue like this. And we're going to pant like a lion. So it looks like this. And I know it looks so silly, but it's so fun to do as well. So you can get a little playful with it. And this is just going to help circulate the pranic life force through the system, clear the mind so that we get clear on what we're bringing our courage to during the night, okay? Let's get silly, stick out that tongue of yours, and let's do 1 minute of the lion's breath. And as you're doing this breath, bringing the navel towards the spine as you exhale through the mouth. "30 more seconds here." Might start to feel a little bit funny, but you've only got 30 more seconds. Just really go for it. See if you can go a little faster with that breath. Really panting like that lion does. And 10 more seconds here. And inhale and hold the breath. Hold the breath right there. Feel all of this energy held through your whole energetic field. And then exhale, slowly breathe out through the nose, hold the breath out. And as you hold the breath out, I want you to imagine that you are turning into a lion in the Sahara Desert. And that there is thick brushes and dry forest around you. And there is an alertness that you have as the lion. Inhale, hold the breath. And feel yourself, how you feel as that lion as you move across that desert floor. As you feel your feet press into the earth along the heat of the earth. Feeling the strength, courage, resilience, bravery that is needed to walk this path. Gently letting your breath slowly exhale, keeping your eyes closed. Feeling into this lion energy that stands for what it believes. This bravery to go a different direction. when everyone else may be going a different way. To stand in the face of fear and roar at your fears. And in this moment, I want you to tune into a part of your life that has had a lot of fear in it. And as you tune into that part of your life that has had a lot of fear, I want you to imagine that this lion is with you tonight, helping you look at this fear right in the eyes, giving you the strength to move through the fear and the courage to go deeper, to feel more, the bravery to look at it all with the heart of a lion, lion heart. Taking a big, deep breath in. Hold the breath. And then gently exhaling the breath. And now in this space, knowing that what might come up might bring fear, but you have this lion within you now. I want you to go over to the chat area and tell us what fear you are ready to look at tonight. What fear you are ready to bring your bravery to, what fear you are ready to look square in the eyes so that you can finally transform it. What fear you are never going to run away from again. Fear of change, fear of standing up to people, anger, fear of your own evolution, fear of failure, fear of letting yourself be seen, fear of lack, trust, fear of what others may think, being kidnapped and left to die, fear of others unleashing their negativity, evolution, fear of people judging, fear of being heard, fear of success, self-sufficiency, lack, fear of stepping into my power, fear of hurt, dating, success, attack, trust, worry, letting go, the room I was afraid of as a child, money, imposter syndrome, other people's opinions, conflict, letting go, perpetrator, letting go, being alone, best friends dying, fear of surrender, living in communism, trust, sadness. With all of these intentions and so much more, we bring in the power of the lion heart energy to hold this process, to look clearly and deeply at it in the eyes so that we may bring compassion to it, so that we may heal it, so that we may transform ourselves and create new patterns, new habits, new commitments that serve our life. For this and so much more, we thank this space that we enter into now, knowing that it is a safe container to feel. It is a safe container to feel every emotion, to look at every emotion. It is a safe container to be messy. It is a safe container to not know. And we give ourselves permission to go there as a group tonight, with every feeling exposed into the love. So let's take a moment now to massage underneath the collarbone. And let's be real now, because wherever we are at in our evolution, there is always more to be done. And so as healers, as coaches, as guides, we heal ourselves. We continue to up-level ourselves so we can up-level the world around us. And I want you now to tune into this fear that has been coming up for you. And I want you to do a call and response with me. You're going to repeat what I say out loud. If I say a word and it doesn't resonate, say the word that does resonate. So I might say anger and you might feel sadness. If you don't know what you feel, it's likely there's numbness, and you can just give my word a try. All right, tapping the center of the chest, speaking out loud. The more you speak it out loud, the more you light up those pathways. I've been really afraid of, tell me what you've been afraid of. And say it out loud. Tapping between the brows. I've been really afraid of, say it again. Tapping the temples. And what other feelings come up with this fear? Is there resistance? Is there stuckness? What other emotions come up around this issue? I've also been feeling, and tell me what it is. Tapping the cheeks. And it's understandable. I've been struggling with this. It's understandable. I've been having so much fear. Tapping underneath the nose, even though I've been really struggling here. Tapping underneath the lips, I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping the center of the chest, even though I've been really struggling with this. And I want you just to explain out loud how the struggle has been presenting itself. What is the situation? How's it been showing up? How's it been presenting itself? I've been struggling by, tell me what that is. Tapping the front of the ribs. And what are some of the thoughts that have been going on inside of your mind about this? I've been thinking, and just tell me some of those thoughts out loud. I've been thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm going to fail, something bad might happen, I can't trust. What have you been thinking? I've been thinking, and what does that make you do? So there's three responses that often happen with fear. You might run, you might hide, you might freeze and stagnate. So what have you been doing? I have been, tell me what you've been doing. Tapping the side of the ribs. And I've been doing that for a long time. I have been, tell me what your response has been. What have you been doing as a result? Tapping the side of the wrist for a long time. Tapping the side of the thumb. I have been, tell me what you've been doing. And that makes me feel what? What does that make you feel when you do that? Tapping the next finger, and part of me just wants to let it go. Tapping the middle finger, but I don't know how to let it go. I'm open to loving and accepting myself here. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, even though I've been struggling with this a long time. Tapping the little finger. It's possible I'm still worthy of love. Tapping the side of the hand. I am still worthy of love. Tapping the top of the head, and it's possible I'm in a safe place to really look at this now. I'm in a safe place right here, right now, to look at what? What are you in a safe place to look at? I'm in a safe place to look at. Tell me what that is. I'm in a safe place to really be with what? Tapping between the brows, and it's possible if I bring my love here, I can transform it. Tapping the temples, and I'm ready to really look at this now. Tapping the cheeks. Okay, I want you to now just tune into this pattern that you're ready to look at. And just give me a little thumbs up right now if you're ready to go deeper with me, if you're ready to look at it in a deeper way. Okay, beautiful. So I want you just now to tune in to an earlier time in your life where you felt that same fear come up. Perhaps it was a similar situation that was arising, or something happened in your life earlier on that brought up that fear, or someone passed that fear on to you. I want you to feel that fear that you've been having, like you've been having fear of not having enough money, fear of losing your power, fear of being alone, fear of not being able to trust, fear of losing the ones you love, fear of running out of money, fear of being attacked, fear of success, whatever it is for you. I want you to tune into your earliest memory of remembering feeling a similar way, having that same fear around that same kind of topic. So the first memory that comes up for you, we're going to focus on. And it could have been when you were really younger, but if you can't go back that far, that's okay. Whatever pops up into your mind, even if it was last week, that's fine. But the further back, the better. Tapping underneath the nose. And I want you to tune in right now to what was happening when that fear got set in. When you first started feeling that fear. Where were you and what was happening? Tapping underneath the lips. I was, how old were you? Just say it out loud. And what was happening in that memory? I want you to say out loud, give me a story. Tell me as if you're watching it on a movie right now. What was happening in that memory that made you have all that fear? I was, and this happened, and this made me do this, or they did this to me. Just describe the story out loud that made you carry and have that fear inside. I was, and then this happened. Tapping the center of the chest. And what was the most painful part about that story? The most painful part was, tell me what that is. And what did you feel when that most painful part took place? That made me feel what? When what happened? Tell me what that is again. that made me feel, tell me what it made you feel. When what happened? Tell me again. And on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense has it been for you? Carrying this around for all this time and having it in all of your other relationships and the way you perceive reality, and carrying it in and repeating it cycle after cycle with different kinds of people and different kinds of situations, and that same fear repeating itself over and over and over again. On a scale of 0 to 10, how intense has that been for you to carry all of that? To feel that fear in your body, to hold that tension and that resistance. It's been a, and tell me the number out loud. And then go ahead into the chat area and just write the number and then come back. 0 to 10, 10 being most intense, 0 being no fear. It's been a, and just tell me the number out loud. Got some 20s there. Wow, my loves. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's been a, and it's been feeling unbearable. It's been feeling really unbearable for a long time. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah, beautiful. Tapping the side of the ribs. It's been feeling unbearable for a really long time. Tapping the side of the wrist, you can go either wrist. And in that memory, when that fear first set in for you, what did you need? What did you need in that memory that you were not getting? What did you need in order to feel safe? What did you need in order to feel loved, encouraged, worthy, ready, supported, nourished, encouraged? What did you need? Resourced? What did you need in that moment that you were not getting? I really needed, and just tell me out loud what you needed. Tapping the side of the thumb. And just stay with your own process right now. And just really feel into that. Let's be honest about it right now. We're looking at right in the eyes. We're looking at the truth of that situation right now. And I want you to feel the pain of not getting that thing you needed. Tapping the next finger. I really needed, what did you need in that situation? Say it out loud. Tapping the next finger. I really needed, tell me again. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger and really say it from the depths of your being right now, like a lion would say it. I really needed, like you're claiming that you needed this, like you're voicing it for the very first time, and all of creation gets to hear this strong desire, this strong need. I really needed, say it out loud. Tapping the little finger. I really needed, say it again. Tapping the side of the hand, but I didn't get it. I didn't get what? What didn't you get that you needed? Tapping the top of the head, and I've been trying to convince the world to give it to me. I've been struggling trying to get it. ever since this happened. Take a big deep breath, release a big sigh. Oh, good, you're doing so good. Take another big deep breath, release a big sigh. Oh, beautiful. Tapping between the brows. I've been trying to get what? What have you been trying to get? Tapping the temples ever since what happened? Tapping the cheeks, and it's been really difficult. And I'm tired and exhausted. I just want my needs met. And I want it to be easy. I need it to be easy. I need it to be simple. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Good, you're all doing amazing. It's possible. I am worthy of what? What are you worthy of? It's possible. I am worthy of what? What are you worthy of? Tapping underneath the lips. And I've been worthy of this my whole life. Even though who made you believe you weren't? Even though, and just tell me who or what it was that made you doubt your worthiness. Tapping the center of the chest. Take another big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am. And I'm done with hiding in fear. I'm done with doubting myself. I'm done with struggle. I'm ready to experience what? What do you want to experience in your life? I'm ready to experience. Tell me what it is out loud. I am ready to experience. Because I've waited long enough. And I don't need to hide or prove myself anymore. I don't need to hide or prove myself anymore. It is safe to come out more fully. It is safe to ask for what I want. It is safe to claim my own space. It is safe to honor my needs. It is safe to respect my truth. It is safe to be received into the arms of love. It is safe to be prosperous. It is safe to be free. It is safe to be me. It is safe to be me completely. And I am worthy of what? And what are you really worthy of? Tapping the side of the ribs. And I'm making up for lost time. It is safe now to finally receive what? Tell me what that is. I'm ready to welcome this into my life now. Tapping the side of the wrist. I don't need to struggle with it anymore. And just tune into all the struggle, all the pushing, all the pulling, all the trying to prove, all the trying to convince, all the hiding, all the shaming, all the blaming, all the victim, all the worry, all the concern, all the overwhelm, all the struggle, the resistance. Feel it all right now, because it is that energy that's blocking the blessings right now. It is all that struggle that stops the blessings from coming in. So we get to hold it in compassion right now. Feel all of that struggle right now and just hold it in the arms of love, hold it in empathy. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm ready to receive what? Tell me what you're ready to receive. And give me a little thumbs up if you're ready to bring it into your life now. Okay, great. So in order to do this, I'm going to ask you to visit that really painful memory just once more so that we can finally heal it from the root once and for all. And within this technique, we're going to bring a lot of compassion to your inner child. We're going to have your higher self come in and visit you. So I want you to feel that pain right now that you were feeling, that fear that was right there. In that most painful part of that memory right now, I want you to see it as if it's happening. And as you see it as it's happening right now, and as you zoom into that freeze frame where it was like, oh my God, I got hit so hard right there. It was so painful. I was in so much panic. I was felt so unsafe. You weren't getting the safety you needed. I want you to feel it right now as if it's happening in this moment, as if you're in that movie right now. Feel it in your body. What did that feel like in your body? Tapping the next finger. I want you to feel the discomfort of it in your body. I want you to feel the texture of it in your body in that moment. What did it feel like? Was it heavy? Was it prickly? Was it sharp? Was it fast? Was it rough? Was it metallic? Was it oozing? Was it festering? What did it feel like in the texture in your body when that took place? Let it be uncomfortable right now. Let it be super uncomfortable. Lean on the edge of that discomfort. Go a little deeper with it. See if you can peel open the discomfort even more, just for a moment, like courageously go into the discomfort. Take a long, deep breath right into the discomfort and release a big sigh. Beautiful. And as you tap the next finger right now, I want you to imagine that you're looking over in the corner of the frame. And right in the corner of the frame, you open your eyes and you see your higher self there, who has been there this whole time, who was watching exactly what took place. And you look over kind of astonished, like, wow, my higher self was watching this. And you look a little bit more deeply at your higher self for a moment, and you feel and see so much love and compassion and understanding and wisdom as they just watch what took place. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And you see your higher self now with all of their love, with all of their care, with all of their presence and their compassion. You see them and you feel their heart as they walk over to you in this moment. And they come down and they get down on your level right now, wherever you are in that pain. And they wrap their arms around you and hold you in so much presence and so much love right here, right now, in that moment. And I want you to feel their love holding you right now in that struggle. I want you to feel their love right now, so present with you in that moment of fear. And I want you to feel into any resistance to receiving their divine presence and love right now. Perhaps you have some belief that it's too hard, or you're not worthy of it, or it's not safe to receive it. And feel into any resistance to your higher self right now. And then take a long, slow, deep breath into all of that resistance, and then feel the love get a little bit closer, more and more deep into your being. Take a big, deep breath, release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Feel that love coming into parts of your body, parts of your being, parts of your consciousness that were shut down. Feel that love sweeping in softly, touching your energetic field, opening you up into deep levels of safety and trust and compassion and presence and care. Feel that right now. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Tapping the little finger. I'm receiving the love, support, and safety I needed back then. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm receiving the love, support, and safety I needed back then. Take another big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah. Take another big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah. Feel it sweep through any tension in your body right now, any gripping, any part of you that's been holding on. Let it be softened by this love right now. Any part of you that's been resisting or fighting against, feel that love. Just open those parts up right now. Take a big deep breath into it. Let the love open it and hold it and care for it. Big deep breath. Ah. Beautiful. Tapping the top of the head. I can trust this process. I can trust this love. I can trust myself. I can trust this love coming into my life now. Tapping between the brows. I can trust life now. Tap in the temples. I want you now to tune into your higher self there with you. And as they're holding you in that presence, that earlier version of you that was scared, that didn't know, I want you to see your higher self look you in the eyes right now. And I want you to see them gaze into your fearful eyes with so much love right now. And I want you to imagine them looking at you. And as they're looking at you right now, they have something they want to tell you. Tapping the cheeks. What does your higher self want to tell you in that moment, right there and then? My higher self is telling me, tell me what that is. Tapping underneath the nose, my higher self is telling me what? Tapping underneath the lips, my higher self is telling me what? And it's possible, it's true. Tapping the center of the chest, my higher self is telling me, tell me what it is. My higher self is telling me, tell me it again. And I can trust this now. And then go ahead and write in the chat area what your higher self is telling you right now. My higher self is telling me I'm safe. I've got you. Believe in myself. I have nothing to prove. I am worthy. I'm significant. I'm worthy of love. And tap and say these with all of us. This is a group prayer right now. And feel them as if it's your higher self telling you this. I am loved and forgiven. I am worthy. I love you, and it's time to evolve. I can trust this. It's time to look after myself. It's okay to take up space. You'll be okay. Respect yourself. I am safe. I am worthy of love. I am not alone. I am abundant and unstoppable. I am worthy of prosperity. Go and be free. It's time. I am worthy of love. All is well. My higher self is telling me, and tell me out loud what your higher self is telling you specifically right now. And I am ready to trust this. Tapping the front of the ribs. I am ready to trust what? Tell me what you're ready to trust. I am ready to trust. I am ready to trust. Tell me what that is. It's possible I can trust. Tell me what that is. I really want to trust. Tell me what it is. And it's possible I can finally do it. It's possible. I can finally trust what? Tapping the side of the ribs, and just stay tapping with me now. I want you to really feel this. This is a choice for your soul right now, to really choose to trust something, to transform any doubt and to say, I am owning this trust because my higher self gave it to me. And what is the message from your higher self? And now let's say it out loud. I am ready to trust what? Say it out loud. Tapping the side of the wrist. And I want you to tune into what your life would look like if you really trusted that. If you allowed that to massively transform everything about you, everything about your world, everything about how you show up, everything about how you believe in yourself, everything about how you communicate, everything about how you stand in your power, everything about how you go for your dreams, how you stand for your visions. If you trusted this completely in every part of yourself, what would be happening? I would be, and then say it out loud what you'd be doing. I would be, what would you be doing if you allowed it to transform every vibrating particle of your consciousness? I would be tapping the side of the thumb. And what would that feel like if you got to be that powerful lion, lioness, owning that in your life, owning that truth, living that truth, going for that truth, letting that truth be who you are because you know it's your higher self? How would that feel if you allowed that to open up your whole world? That would make me feel, tell me the top 3 positive emotions out loud. That would make me feel. Tapping the next finger, I would feel really. Tell me what you'd feel. When you get to do what? What do you get to do as a part of trusting that? What do you get to create? How do you get to show up? What do you get to attract? Who do you get to become? What do you get to see? What are you doing in that vision right now? I get to. Tell me what you get to do. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And that can feel really what? What does it feel like when you allow that power to come through you? It makes me feel. Tapping the little finger, it makes me feel. Tapping the side of the hand, I feel alive. Tapping the top of the head, I feel free. Tapping between the brows, I feel unstoppable. I feel abundant. Tapping the temples, I feel happy, confident, empowered, trusting the process. I feel, what else do you feel? Tell me out loud what else you get to feel. And now I want you to imagine yourself feeling that in that situation right now, like that power is coming through you. You're creating from that place, you know, in every fiber, every ounce of your being. You feel connected and aligned, grounded, fully loving yourself, at ease. And I want you to see that now guiding your movements like that beautiful lion at the start of our meditation. Now just moving courageously and powerfully into this vision, trusting this inner lion, lioness in you. Tapping the cheeks. And what types of thoughts do you have? when that is guiding your life? What types of beliefs, new beliefs, positive beliefs do you have about yourself and your life and what's coming to you and what you get to create? I'm believing what? Tell me what you're believing out loud. I'm believing, tell me what you're believing. Say it again. I'm believing my own radiance. Nice. I can do anything. I am believing. Tell me what else you're believing. And now I want you to magnify how good all of that feels when you allow that to magnify into so much goodness in your life. And I want you to feel how good that feels in every part of your body, every vibrating cell right now. Tapping the center of the chest and expand how good that can feel by 50%. Expand how good that can feel by 75%. Like, wow, it can feel this amazing. Expand how good it can feel by 100%. Like, wow, I am on top of the world. My heart is radiating with power. My energy is alive. I am free. I am connected. I am sacred. I am holy. I am worthy. I am trusting. I am capable. I am here right now in the present moment. I want you to feel all of that right now. Feel all of that goodness right now, just bouncing, opening, expressing through you, through your life, through your relationships, through your work, through your things that you're creating. I want you to see it manifesting right now, and then take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. I've got this. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's time to do what? What are you ready for now? What are you ready to commit to? It's time to, one commitment that you get to take from this practice tonight, one thing that you get to consistently do in your life. What do you get to do? Perhaps it's show up to your clients more frequently, or make more phone calls to attract more clients, or perhaps it's waking up earlier in the morning to do your spiritual practice, or having a green juice every day, or going on a vegan diet for 5 days and seeing what it feels like, or putting your feet on the earth more, or singing, or picking up a new hobby. What is it that you are committing to that will take this power to the next level? Okay, I'm loving it. Write it into the chat. What is your commitment now that you know when you do that, it will magnify the power. It will remind you of what you've just discovered. And every time you do that commitment, every time you do that habit, it will get brighter and bigger and more powerful because you are remembering the truth of your higher self. You are remembering the wisdom that your higher self came to deliver you every time you do this commitment. So write it into the chat right now. And I want you to also write how frequently you're going to do it. So if it's meditate, are you doing it once a day? Are you doing it twice a week? Are you doing it twice a day? What is your commitment and the frequency of it? Beautiful. Awesome. Tapping the side of the ribs. I get to, tell me what you get to do. Woo, you. Oh my God, you guys are like superheroes. Tapping the side of the wrist. I get to. Nice. Cardio, get heard, creative gifts, daily meditation practice, journaling, giving more to charity, high vibration every day, falling in love with music, qigong. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, now I want you to imagine now that you're doing this in your life, like every day or however frequently you said you were going to do it. I want you to imagine yourself doing it right now. Okay. And this is for all of you lions and lionesses out there. Okay, feel it right now. Little Katy Perry. Come back to tapping on the center of the chest. We're going to do something where we're going to roar at our fears, okay? So I want you to feel right now into your power. I want you to feel into the power of your lion or lioness. And I want you to tune into anything that might try to hold you back. And I want you to roar right now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Roar. And again, roar. Let yourself go crazy. Roar it out. Let it out. Go for it. Beautiful, my loves. Take a big, deep breath in right now and hold the breath. Hold the breath for a moment. And with this breath held, I want you to feel golden light trickling into your whole energetic field, like little fairies twinkling into your field right now, going through your whole auric field, opening up portals of consciousness. Exhale, slowly let it all out. Inhale, open up the field again. Open your arms wide. Feel your whole field receiving golden glowing lights, glistening in your auric field. Glistening like a beautiful cosmos, because that's what you are. Exhale slowly. Bring your hands into prayer. Hold the breath out. Taking one more big, deep breath in. Really open up the field right now. Hold the breath. Imagine so much light coming up, filling up that bubble that you're in right now, filling all the bubble up with light. So much light, infinite capacity, so much light, like the sun shining out to the world around you, shining light upon the world around you. Exhale, slowly release with a sigh. Placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And tuning into the gift of your life, the sacredness of your life. That you are a divine gift. Your very existence, the fact that you are living and breathing is proof of your divine existence. This sacred gift that you are. And tune into that sweet peace that is guiding your life now. And see what's happening in your life as a part of that sweet grace. And feel into the gratitude for how far you have come on your journey. For your commitment to continually showing up for yourself each step of the way. And just send yourself some gratitude right now. for this devotion, for this commitment to growth and evolution, to be all that you are worthy and ready for. And now tuning into the number on a scale of 0 to 10, where were you at the beginning in terms of your level of fear around this topic that you were tapping on? And where are you now? What is the number? So you can write it in the chat. Where did you start at? And where did you land at the end? Beautiful. All these zeros coming down. You powerful, beautiful human beings. Yes, down to zeros. 4s and 2s, 0, 5, 2, but better, 2, 5, 0, 5, 0, 1, 4, 0, 0, 18 down to a 5, Donna. Beautiful. 2. Beautiful, my loves. And taking this moment to tune into that commitment that you gave to yourself tonight. And the frequency of that commitment, knowing that every time you do this one thing, you are reminded of this moment right now. And you are reminded of your higher self. And so what I always love to do as we close these circles is I love to give 2 or 3 people an opportunity to share in a minute or 2 what you discovered in the process, something that came through, a gem of wisdom, a new insight, a revelation that came from a memory or something that revealed itself. And this is part of the integration. As we talk about our discoveries, we magnify the gifts. So if you want to share something with the group tonight, you can raise your hand. If you do not, then I really ask that you do it with your friends and family, because as we share the discoveries with those closest to us, it informs them of who we are turning into, because we are constantly changing as human beings. We are constantly evolving. Who we were yesterday is not who we are today. And we have an opportunity to continually do quantum leaps in our evolution. Yet quantum leaps in our evolution might sometimes mean that the people around us don't know who we are when we make a quantum leap, because they were so used to the same person. And so the way we support others in supporting us is we communicate around our discoveries about our inner personal process. That way they understand your growth, and as you transform, they're already available and accepting of it because you've shared it with them, versus just changing and then them not getting you. So sharing our evolution and what we're learning in our personal process is such a beautiful thing we can do within our community and with each other as well. So we're going to jump on over to Sarah. Hello, my sister. Nice to see you.
Hello. Nice to see
you.
you.
Hi, honey. Let me just turn up my volume here. One moment.
Is it my volume? Can you hear me all right?
Okay, go ahead. Yes, I can hear you now. Beautiful.
Oh. Yeah, thank you. That was wonderful.
So nice to see you. It feels like a while, so it's nice to see you back in the circle. Yeah,
it does. It's nice to be back.
Yeah. So what did you discover? What came through for you tonight?
Yeah, it was, gosh, it's just so powerful. Just like every time, you know, because I'm usually pretty clear and things come to me pretty quickly. But I had like confusion, and I didn't know what it was, and I didn't sort of have a clear memory when we were doing that part. But then something did come up that didn't make sense, but of course I just went with it, and then it totally made sense. And I still so like usually I was working with like giving myself permission to shine, basically.
Nice.
Share, you know, the work that I do more, because that, you know, the more I'm trying new things, the more fears are coming up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens.
Yeah. So, and I had this feeling that it was around, you know, the sexual trauma that I experienced. I have like one memory that I work with a lot. It comes up a lot.
Yeah.
But today a different memory came up that was more directly linked to, I think, me feeling like I was shining, and then it happened, and it's like a hazy memory and I don't have details. But it yeah, that felt really good well, obviously not good at the time, but it felt good in terms of connecting with like specifically what it is, you know, like I had the feeling that it was around like a fear that I was sort of going to be violated or attacked if I you know, put myself out there and was seen and heard and fully expressed in, you know, all my creative energy and sexual energy and all of that. So that was just really powerful. Like I felt it in, you know, got to feel it, and I really felt that. And then felt the higher self coming in and giving me exactly what I asked for. So
and what was that? What did your higher self bring you?
Safety. Just safety to be fully expressed and to share myself with the world and to shine. And confidence and support and encouragement. She was pretty awesome.
Wow, awesome. Well, you are pretty awesome, my love.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for creating such a safe space, like for this big stuff really to come up. It's really powerful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sister. Totally my honor. And it's really everyone that comes together to create it together as well. So thank you for participating in that and allowing yourself to go there, because it gives everyone else permission, and even sharing gives people permission too. So thank you for always being so courageous with your shares.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you again.
You too, honey. Thank you. Bye. All right. Okay. Shelley, would you like to come up?
Hi. Hello?
Hi, sister. Nice to see you.
It's good to see you. I've been trying to practice tapping every day since the last Zoom meeting, and I'm just amazed of like such a relief. Since doing that with everybody, I just was able to go back to a moment of the trauma that I went through before as a child and not be afraid of that room anymore, and to go back there with confidence and like to overcome that. And I even remembered the person's name that hurt me as a child. So some suppressed words or names or things came back, and I also been dreaming a lot more, like a lot more than I have in a long time.
Beautiful.
So and just things from my childhood, like some of the happier moments that I did have that I've totally forgotten about because of when I was abused. It was like it locked up all the good things of my childhood.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's such a relief, and just to dream again. I feel like creative. I started scrapbooking things that I was passionate about and that I enjoyed doing before. So since for about a week now, I've been every day scrapbooking again and just enjoying that, because it's something that makes me happy. And then I like blessing other people with my work. And so I'm working on a gift for my twin daughters come Sunday, and she's going to be elated when she sees it. So I'm just excited to finish and excited to see her reaction, because I don't know, me seeing my kids happy makes me happy. And when I feel happy, I'm able to make other people happy. I'm able to bless them more rather than being closed off and hidden away or trapped, because I've been feeling trapped for a long time because of the trauma I faced. Like I wasn't worthy. So you've helped me so much. I really
sister, I can feel so much opening up in your life just by what you shared, from the dream time and your dreams and remembering your dreams and your relationships and your hobbies and all of these new things, and even your being able to get back in touch with memories, like happy memories, like all of that is such a reflection of this beautiful opening that is happening inside your being. It's so beautiful to witness, and that's
So much
because of your
lighter.
commitment. Yeah.
It feels like so much lighter. Even physically, I feel like I'm starting to lose the weight that I've been carrying on from holding all that stuff, right? All the hurt, all the anger, all the abuse, all the trauma. I feel like, and that came with like other things by holding that, like drinking, smoking weed, just like gluttony, right? Being lazy, slothfulness, things like that. And I just feel like it's like shedding off of me, and I'm able to progress into a better place. And mentally, emotionally, I'm just like eager to start the day and looking forward to things rather than shrinking back and holding back. And I've
Oh,
recommended this
wow.
to other people. I've been telling my friends or other people who I know who've been through a lot of trauma to give this a try. So maybe I'll have some new faces from this part of the world.
Yay. Oh, sister.
Really
My
appreciate
heart
it.
feels so happy
I
hearing
look
your
forward to more
share.
sessions. We
You're
can get
doing
rid of this
so
garbage
good.
into your daily, it'd be like a huge release, right? Because then you're able to get more out of more baggage and feel much lighter and more stronger and more confident and beautiful. And sometimes that's what we have to do, right? Like
Yeah,
whatever it takes.
absolutely. Yeah, you got to do what it takes, which is why the commitment is such an important piece. And it takes a certain kind of individual to really want to do the inner work, because it's uncomfortable, but the rewards are so much beyond the moments of discomfort or processing, that so many blessings come into your life. So thank you for being an amazing example for the whole community.
Thanks. Well, it definitely challenged me. And I always say, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So this did challenge me to try something new other than the things that I've tried before, and to give it a chance. Because what did I have to lose? Nothing. I had nothing to lose by taking on a free session. I didn't have to pay for it. And that was nice too, because a lot of times people, when you want to seek help, it always comes with a price tag. And then you're like, oh, I can't afford that. Right. And then you shrink back, and then you tell yourself you're not worthy, you don't deserve it. Well, maybe next week or next month. And then so much time lags and you're still carrying all that. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh, good.
really blessed for helping others and like
Awesome.
the here and now.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, sister. We have a beautiful journey ahead of us. Really excited
Definitely.
to see how it continues. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we have time just for one more share. Ronak, do you want to come up? We have like maybe just a couple of minutes if you want to share something.
Yeah. Jennifer, it's nice, really nice to meet you again.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I mean, there was this simple thing that actually happened. Actually, in the Western countries, it's very, a lot of freedom of speech to be original. Whereas that is not the case with India specifically. And it so happens when you're in advertising field, you got to be original. And as a person, as an individual, also you got to be original. It so happened that some students actually, who were my batchmates, and they were also my colleagues. And I gave them feedback or something on WhatsApp. And it so happened that somebody took offense because I did it publicly and things like that. So the professors were very, sort of like, oh, you can't talk to them, you can't be rude or something. I was not being rude. I was simply being original, and I was inculcating that same value in the in my colleagues. Okay, it was a informal group and all that. So when I started, it was like, I have this fear in me, that fear of expecting. We think that, okay, in case we expect something from people, other individuals, we are wrong. It's not, so we have this ingrained in us that we should not expect anything from other individuals. And the feeling was like metallic and festering and oozing,
Wow.
inside. Yeah, and so it was like, it was very strong. And actually, when I started, I wrote 9 because I didn't know I could actually write 20 like others. These guys were very innovative, very original. I don't know. That I had, but I was feeling like 18 or 20. And now I have actually come to a point of 9. Okay. And it so happens that these guys, actually, the education institution has a reputation in India. However, online education, it was an online program, and online education tends to be more sort of what do you call, theoretical, not practical. And they were not encouraging originality in education, and so in advertising especially. And so that sort of, and these guys were actually treating me that, I should mistreat my family also, you know. And so, they were intimidating me to mistreat my
Ron-
family, or yeah.
Ronak, can I ask
Yeah.
you, what was the message of your higher self when this came through? What message did your higher self give you?
Yeah, until now I was feeling revengeful. Now it says that, I'm safe and I don't need to seek revenge to expose them. It's so that is what the message that I'm getting. But the 6 years, 7 years, I can't imagine without you coming in my life. I really feel that you single-handedly have changed the whole game for me completely. I actually told one of my friends who was an actress and she worked in Bollywood. She met me yesterday. And basically, what really happened was that she was also telling me that you need to go to a psychologist and things like that. But it so happens that I only had this, they intimidated me that I can't be original in my life. I had to be copying Steve Jobs and Albert Einstein completely, which are my role models. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be original in a true organic original form, true complete
Good
or
for you.
whole and
Good for
complete form.
you. That feels like
Yeah,
the message from your higher self to continue to
right,
be the genius that you are. Awesome,
right,
Ronak.
right,
Thank you,
right.
love. I'm celebrating you so much, and we're all just like sending you so much love right now. You keep being you, and don't worry about what anyone says or thinks. Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much, Hannah, and thank you, Jennifer, especially. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, my angels. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much.
Bless you, brother.
Thank you,
Thank you
Jennifer.
so much.
Yeah,
Awesome.
bye. Have a great. Thank
Beautiful. All right, just one more because I know Kelly has her hand up, and then you can come up, and then we'll hop off for the night. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
Good, darling. Nice to see you 2 nights in a row. Kelly's in our certification, so she shows up multiple times a week.
And I love it. I mean, each time it's just like so powerful and I just get so much out of it. Like tonight I just started with kind of scarcity around not having enough money and feeling like I was in fight flight about that. And then it transferred over to a memory of my father throwing a chair across the room at my mother when I was young and having a fear that he was going to attack us and kill us. And yeah, I really enjoyed just getting into that core and that memory because at the start, I thought it had to do with money, my, survival mode. But then I linked it into, like physical violence that I witnessed. And yeah, so just thank you for taking me on that journey and allowing me to discover that. Like, was really powerful.
Beautiful. Thank you, sister. Thank you for being courageous. It's really amazing to witness you and your courage to look at all of these things because a lot of them really uncomfortable, and your courage to go into them and hold love right there, even when it's uncomfortable, is what's transforming it and transforming you. And I'm seeing you transform so much, and it's really beautiful to witness. So, and thank you for always sharing as well and showing everyone else what it's like to heal and to share it on camera. So yeah, bless you for that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Nice. Okay, my love. So I'm thanking you all for showing up tonight. It is such an honor to share this method with you. If you just joined for the very first time, we send out a newsletter once a week. There's usually tapping sessions that you can check out that are linked in the newsletter. I have a bunch of tapping sessions on my website, on my YouTube channel. You'll also get a replay of this in 48 hours. So you'll have a replay and you'll also have the PDF that I shared at the start. So if you do have a healing practice or you're a coach or a mentor and you really like to go deeper, these classes are amazing because I'm really gearing them towards all of us stepping into our leadership now. Because if you really want to transform yourself and your life, it's really stepping into a leadership role, because there comes a time when, yes, we're going to do our inner work, but we start to recognize that like the inner work is always there. And there's a moment when you actually say, you know what, I'm going to really step into leadership. And that energy that you call into your being is what transforms you, because you're being called into being a leader in your life, not just in your work or in your coaching or in the things that you're doing, but a leader in how you show up for yourself, a leader in how you show up for others, a leader in how you love yourself, how you take care of yourself. And there's a certain frequency that comes with embracing that path. And so that's what I'm really bringing into these classes as well. So wherever you're at on the path, I hope that this is resonating with you as well. And then, yeah, let us know. You can always reply to the emails. Let me know what you're working on and I'll bring them into the taps. We do these every 2 weeks and they're always free. So share them with your friends and family. The more people we have tapping, the better, the more happier and the more loving the world becomes. So thank you once again. I love you all. Thank you for showing up and sharing this beautiful night together. Blessings.